follow me. All right. Life's tough. We all are presented challenges. Usually those challenges are our wisest teachers, which is great news for me, because right now I am going through a hard time. Trademark experience. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm not going to describe how difficult it's been or how many times I've tried to fix the situation. And I'm not going to tell you about how I am the victim. I'm not going to tell you these things because you've all been there. We've all been there. And despite the fact that suffering is one of our most shared common human experiences, it's also the most isolating. Now, when it comes to how we deal with our challenges, well, that often determines how we come out on the other side of them. And I don't just mean our personal choices, though those are incredibly important, but I also mean our environments and things that may not be within our control. For example, dealing with a challenge as a starting student is incredibly different than dealing with the same challenge as a single parent when you have kids to think about. Or, as we often preach as a credit union, someone who's financially insecure. No matter what circumstances you may find yourself in when dealing with your own challenges, nothing is more important than the people you're surrounded by. It's better to be on alone. Now, I've been at Safe Credit Union for 18 months, which isn't too long. And in those 18 months, I have never been less alone. I have witnessed support, generosity, and compassion that I would not expect to see at any company, whether I had been there for 1, 5, or 30 years. We're an amazing place to be. And when I say experienced, I don't just selfishly mean my own experiences. I also mean my coworkers. In 18 months, they've had their challenges, and I've watched them receive the same. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a writer here at this company. Or as my friends like to joke, I do words. So it's probably not wise for me to come on stage and speak to you today in front of our executive team and tell you that I don't have any words to describe how amazing Safe Credit Union is. Because how could I? How can I describe how it feels being invited to my coworker's child's baseball game so that I can be with family instead of alone on a difficult evening? How do I describe attending a meeting with members of a different department who may not know me that well, and knowing that my face is thin and gaunt with stress and completely giving me away? And before I'm even back at my desk, receiving an email saying that one of those coworkers is having me over for dinner this weekend. And he's already texted his wife, and I can't say no because he knows I don't have plans. How can I describe not 1, not 2, but 6 of my coworkers and their spouses attending my birthday party in their personal time and dealing with the hopefully endearing shenanigans of a group of 20-somethings? And there was glitter involved. Thank you, Susan. How do I describe crying on the floor of my garage because on top of everything going on in my life, my lawnmower won't start, and receiving a text from my coworkers saying that I can cry on the floor of my house or I can cry on the floor of her house, and there's wine at her house? How do I describe telling my mentor that I was nervous to speak here today and being invited to spend Saturday morning with her family practicing? I can't describe any of these things. But hey, as a doer of words, I could throw a few at it. Grateful, humbled, amazed. But the truth is, words won't do it justice, which is why I'm so glad this company just pays me to write about easy things like certificates and dividends. But whether we're talking about the tools and resources that we provide our members so they can live financially stable and happy lives, or we're talking about the love and support that we give one another within these 4 walls so that we can do the same. This is Safe's culture. We don't know how to be different, and we're amazing. Thank you.